We have released our list of the 25 best baseball players under 25 years old for the 2017 season. At 5, we have Bryce Harper. Checking in at number 4, we have Nolan Arenado. At 3, we have Manny Machado. At number 2, we have Cubs third baseman Kris Bryant. And at 1, Mike Trout. I'm joined by our own Tommy Stokke to hear his thoughts. So Tommy, who do you think was overrated on this list?
I think Trey Turner at number 11 is a little overrated. Based on pure talent alone, I certainly think that is justifiable. But for what he's done so far, I mean, he's ahead of a guy like Xander Bogaerts, who I would have put ahead of him, ahead of guys like Rougned Odor, Carlos Martinez, Christian Yelich. I would have put all those guys above him. I think a lot of our staff was sold on the small sample size that he had last season and the immense talent that he has. But for 1 year, for this year, which is what we looked at, I think he was a little high at number 11.
Now, who was rated just a little bit too low for your liking?
I'm going to go with Bryce Harper, and he came in at number 5, and I can see an argument where he should be number 4 behind Bryant, behind Machado, behind Trout. But some of the individual votes, some people had him at number 10. I think somebody had him outside the top 10, and I feel like there's a little bit of Bryce Harper fatigue where we've heard about him for so long. I know that he had a down year last year, but based on some of the individual votes, which obviously is what results in the final vote, I think he was pretty low, pretty undervalued.
Now, what are some notable names that didn't quite make the cut?
Andrew Benintendi, Alex Bregman, Yoan Moncada are some names that come to mind of top prospects that, you know, some have those guys in the top 15, some don't have them at all. A lot of that, I think, is still based on potential. 2 names that stood out. One, Javier Baez. He got some love from people, not so much from others. He's coming off his incredible World Series performance, playoff performance. So I'm not surprised to see some people high on him. I ultimately think he's probably a year out of making this list. Edwin Diaz was another one that was interesting. And our staff kind of thinking outside the box there, looking beyond the stars to come up with him. He has incredible talent, one of the best relief pitchers in baseball probably. So it was good to see him get some love, even if it didn't get him on the top 25.
And what were your final takeaways from making this list?
Yeah, overall, I think baseball is in really good shape. You have a lot of young talent at the top. I mean, if Manny Machado is your face of baseball, I think you're in great shape. Kris Bryant, Mike Trout, Bryce Harper, Nolan Arenado, any of those top 5, those are good faces to have in baseball. You look at even number 6, Mookie Betts. You look at number 10, Francisco Lindor. I mean, it's very deep. You have guys like Gary Sanchez, who we haven't named, who came in at number 14. So baseball's in good shape. A lot of young talent headed in the right direction.
Thank you so much, Tommy. If you'd like to see our full list, it's down in the description below. I'm Taylor Rocha reporting for FanRag Sports.